Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my bi-weekly Leica Talks, all things Leica. So today I want to talk about the 35mm viewfinder that I use on my Leica 2. So I like having this small little 35mm Leica 2 with a small little tiny little finder. Without the case, that'll fit in my front jeans pocket, which I like that. But when I look through it, I can see the whole frame. But you know what I can't do? I can't see the frame as well as when I'm using this little Canon finder that somebody had online for $75. And that's a much bigger view of the same 35mm frame. So when I carry my Leica 3G, I talked about this in a previous episode, I'll carry a 35 3.5 in my bag. With it, I carry a case, and in the case is not the Leica, but the Canon viewfinder, which these are out there, and these aren't terribly expensive compared to what the Leicas go for. This Leica finder, somebody had one on eBay for $1,700, which seems crazy, but they never sold. This one I think I've seen sell for up to $900, which when I first bought it, I was so surprised, and I didn't buy it to resell it, so I just keep it with this Leica 2. But I did notice that the view in that is not quite as big as the one in the Canon. So if you're looking for a viewfinder for your camera, Voigtlander makes some good viewfinders. They made them for, and they still make them for their current crop of lenses. Canon had several. Nikon had several. Don't get one that's made for Nikon underwater, because those are actually big and they really aren't compatible with your regular Leica. But anything with the small Canons, the small Nikons, the small Voigtlanders, if you can get metal over plastic, I prefer the metal over the plastic, because I had a 21mm plastic Leica viewfinder that cracked. Somebody knocked it off a table or off a bench. But in any case, those viewfinders are really a special thing, especially for left-eyed guys like me. I can pop that into my 3G, and now being left-eyed, I can still shoot with my right eye open, and I can still see what's coming and going. Whereas with the finder inside the camera, it blocks up my right eye. I do like shooting with the other eye open, because I think you get a sense of things coming in and out, and I can watch for somebody coming and running toward me, or anything that's, you know, an obstacle. I remember it all started when I was shooting a soccer match back at the newspaper, and I was standing on the sidelines with a 400mm lens or 300mm lens, and a line judge was running backwards toward me, and I didn't see him because I'm looking out at a long lens, and next thing you know, he runs right into my camera and shoves it into my face. And I learned, keep the other eye open. So now I do, and I've always done that since. But anyway, you can find some deals on accessory viewfinders for guys like me with glasses. That's a big help. I like this with the 50, and then just drop one of these in a little, I don't know where that case came from, but I ended up with a little case. I throw this in my bag now. With the 3G, I end up with a 35 and a 50 setup. And then when I take the Leica 2 out, this one I carry with a case. This one I just take out with the one lens, the 35 f2, or the 35 3.5. And it has the 35 little mini viewfinder, which I do like the size of it. I just wish it were a little bit bigger of a view. And maybe I wouldn't have wished that until I got the Canon. But once I saw them side by side, the Canon is certainly my go-to when I have a choice to put one on, because I'm going to use it with the 35. So you have some choices in viewfinders. I like that there are different options and they're not all at the top Leica price. And at the same time, if you can afford the Leica, they're going to be the best. I am still looking for a Leica 28 finder. That would be a good finder to find. And I do have one Leica 50 finder, which I use sometimes with a Leica 3. I like that too. It's a bigger finder than even inside the Leica 3G. And I like seeing a big finder sometimes. That's a big kind of a treat. Especially for glasses wearers like me. Maybe like you. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. I'll be back in a couple weeks. We'll talk more Leica. Thanks for being here. As always, here's the good light.